To all the minority leaders, whether you are at the C level, whether you are a mentor to a minority young professional, or whether you speak on panels uh, and you impact and influence minority young professionals, we are failing them. We are in a situation where we are in a crisis that has been exasperated by COVID-19. It is an influence gap. And what I mean is that those of us that are in leadership roles that are 40 and older, pre-COVID, we would give talks to be on a panel, or we would go to a college, a university, or be asked by a professional association or a company to share our story to young professionals to inspire them, motivate them, and let them know how they can overcome the challenges that we've overcome. Well, with COVID-19, live events are virtually non-existent. And so we've moved on to Zoom events, virtual events. But here's the thing, our young professionals, young folks are on social media. They're listening to podcasts. They're on YouTube watching videos. They're on TikTok. That's where they're at. And those of us that are 40 and older, because we didn't grow up with the internet, because we still took a typewriter to college, because we still use pagers and those brick phones, we are not embracing the new technology in a way to communicate and deliver our message. And therefore, there is this influence gap. 40 and older are here, and the young folks are here, and there's this gap in between of communicating, of inspiring them. Yes, I know, you might be asked to be on a talk and a webinar, but your influence is very minimal. And yes, I know you're probably thinking, well, I'm super busy, Oscar. I don't have any time to do it. Well, you know what? If your employee came to you with a problem, a situation at your company and said, hey, boss, you know what? Here's the situation. Here's the problem. But can I tell you something? I'm super busy. I don't know if I can figure it out. What would you think of that person? I bet you would fire them. Some of you need to get fired from that thinking that you don't have any time. Go figure it out. Go have your executive assistant do it for you. I mean, you have them do everything else. How about also the other excuse? Well, I'm not techie, I'm just not used to it. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Well, listen, Fred, I'm not a mechanic, but I know how to drive a car. I'm 51 years old. I just started my podcast. Can I tell you something? I don't know anything about podcasting. I had my great friend David, 24 years old, who did it all for me. He figured it out, okay? All I'm doing is providing him with the content. So don't come up with and give me this excuse that you're not techie. There are people like my friend Marta Nino, who also is a Gen X, just came out with her podcast as well. My friend Eve Hudson, who's had her podcast for a long time, for helping first generation. Go talk to her. Or how about my friend Wally down in Panama, who is like making some amazing kick butt Instagram videos that are like super funny and engaging. Like, go talk to her. Go figure it out. But folks, this influence gap, this crisis that we're in, it is like the disease diabetes. It is a slow killer. And by you not being on social media and communicating your message and reaching to the young professionals, you are contributing to the slowness and potentially the demise of the future of our young generation. Figure out a way to get your message to these young professionals in a way that they are consuming that message and it is amplified.